Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar has dismissed all speculation around a dinner meeting in Belagavi, calling it nothing special, just a long-standing invitation finally honoured. D.K. Shivkumar told reporters, and I quote, "There is no special group. He's our former district president. He's been asking us to come for a meal for 15 years now. It's just love and courtesy." We've lined up crucial reactions from C.T. Ravi and D.K. Shivkumar for you. Listen in.
कल भी एक डिनर मीटिंग हुआ है। डीके शिव कुमार थे, चीफ मिनिस्टर नहीं थे। परसों जब चीफ मिनिस्टर एक मीटिंग अटेंड किया था तब डेप्यूटी चीफ मिनिस्टर नहीं थे। इसके बारे में आपका क्या राय है?
डीके शी का एक ही मुद्दा है, कब कुर्सी में बैठना, कुर्सी कैसा पकड़ना। उसके वजह से डिनर पॉलिटिक्स डीके शिव कुमार कर रहा है। कुर्सी छोड़ने का मन नहीं है, उसके वजह से सिद्धरामैया जी भी डिनर पॉलिटिक्स कर रहा है। और बिना मुद्दा डिनर पॉलिटिक्स नहीं होता है
सर। और काउंसिल में डेटा दिया जा रहा है चीफ मिनिस्टर के एयर ट्रैवल के बारे में, करोड़ों खर्च हो रहे हैं। आप इसके बारे में क्या कहना चाहते हैं?
हाँ, मजावादी और समाजवादी के बीच में बहुत अंतर है। पहले राम मनोहर लोहिया के जैसे, जॉर्ज फर्नांडिस के जैसे, शांतवेरी गोपाल गौड़ा जी के जैसे सिंपल नेता, समाजवादी नेता रहते थे। आज समाजवादी लोग नया तरीका का समाजवादी लोग है। मजा करने वाला समाजवादी होता है। ऐसा मज के लिए हेलीकॉप्टर के गए से गया है। रास्ते में बहुत गड्ढा भी है, लोग भी पूछता है, रास्ते देख लो पूछता है। उसके लिए वो लोग हेलीकॉप्टर से में जाएगा तो, फ्लाइट में जाएगा तो पूछने वाला कौन है? सरकार का पैसा है, पूछने वाला कौन है? अब सीएम भी है, रास्ते में जाएगा तो गड्ढे के वजह से आसान से जा नहीं सकता। जनता भी पूछता है कैसा रास्ता है, देख लो।
ಯಾವ ಹೋಟೆಲ್ ಕೂಟನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ। ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನ ಮಾಜಿ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ, ದೊಡ್ಡ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ, ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ 15 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷ ಜನ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯಾವ ಹೋಟೆಲ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಹಿರಿಯ ಕುಟುಂಬದವರು, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಮರೆಯೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ಒಂದೊಂದು ದಿನ ಹೋಗೋದು. ನಾಳಿದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಸೇಟ್ ಕರೆದವ್ರೆ, ಆಶೀಶ್ ಸೇಟ್ ಕರೆದವ್ರೆ, ಫಿರೋಜ್ ಸೇಟ್ ಕರೆದವ್ರೆ, ಹಂಗೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ದಿನ ಹೋಗೋದು.
Deepak Bopana has been tracking all that's brewing behind the scenes. He joins us with further clarity at the moment. Deepak, take us to the political reactions coming into this dinner meeting and any signs of internal factional balancing in these courtesy meetings, as some seem to hint?
Well, any of the leaders that we've been trying to speak to maintain that there is no politics to these dinners. But when you have dinners without the two main leaders together, it definitely raises a lot of questions. Just coming into the assembly is Mr. A.S. Ponnanna. He's due to attend the proceedings. Before that, dinner meetings are taking place in Belagavi. The chief minister attends one, the deputy chief minister is absent. The deputy chief minister attends one, the chief minister is absent. Is all okay in the government?
No, everything is, look, we cannot make a big issue of these things. The Congress legislature party meeting 2 days back was with the dinner. Both of them were present. All our MLAs were present in unison.
That was a CLP meeting, but then why are these private dinners happening after that?
The CLP meeting and its attendance determines whether there is any kind of division or there is unity in a political party. The legislature party meeting, there was absolutely no issue in the legislature party. Went very smoothly. Both of them had dinner together and they left. Why are you not talking about that? Now some private individuals want to host dinners, they will choose whom to call, whom not to call. You can't make a big issue of it.
But is it okay to have these dinners amidst these several questions that continue to be raised about leadership? You have the chief minister's son who says the High Command has made it very clear that there is not going to be a change. The High Command says we are undecided. Then you have leaders who are somewhere been seen backing Mr. D.K. Shivkumar, making comments of their own. With all of this going on, do you feel that governance is taking a hit like the opposition makes a charge?
No. I have been saying it and I reiterate. that governance has not taken a back seat or not suffered at all. So the hype that is being created about these dinner meetings, these are not meetings to be honest, they are dinners. And absolutely no politics is discussed in these meetings. In these dinners, it is dinner and it is very casual dinner. You enjoy the food. Belgaum is a good host. People call you for dinner. So the opposition has nothing else to speak about. So they are making an issue.
Stay with us, Mr. Ponnanna. Mr. Ponnanna, of course, says no politics in these dinners. Belgaum is just hosting its MLAs. Back to you in the studios.
Deepak, as always, thanks so much. In other news, Mohandas Pai has publicly slammed the Siddaramaiah-led Karnataka government, blaming what he calls freebie economics, rising corruption, and a neglect of Bengaluru for the state's economic decline, especially in comparison to Tamil Nadu. In a scathing social media post, Mohandas Pai has warned that Karnataka is falling behind, citing lack of capital expenditure, also citing ballooning deficits and growing public debt to fund short-term populism. We have a reaction from CT Ravi coming in regarding the matter. Listen in.
लेटेस्ट जो GDSP डेटा निकला है उसमें यही दिखाई दे रहा है कि तमिलनाडु कर्नाटका से बेटर ग्रो हो रहा है. डिस्पैरिटी जो है दोनों स्टेट्स में अंतर आ रहा है. मोहनदास पाई जैसे बहुत सारे लोग बोल रहे हैं कि ये फ्रीबी और गारंटी के कारण ऐसा हो रहा है.
एक फ्रीबी, दूसरा करप्शन के वजह से, फ्रीबीज के वजह से हम पीछे हैं और बहुत दुर्बल सरकार है. अपना सरकार निर्णय नहीं लेता है, डिसीजन नहीं लेता है. उसके वजह से इन्वेस्टमेंट महाराष्ट्र में जाता है, तमिलनाडु में जाता है, गुजरात में जाता है. यहाँ इन्वेस्ट करने वाला आंध्र जाता है. कारण हम डिसीजन नहीं लेता है और करप्शन और दुर्बलता की वजह से हम पीछे जा रहा है.
He's live with us as well, tracking all the reactions. Deepak, quite sharp remarks coming in from the former CFO of Infosys.
Well, now whenever it comes to economic growth, the opposition of course has been time and again maintaining that the state is going to go into a financial mess because of the guarantees. And now with the latest figures showing some sort of a disparity between the growth of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, these questions are once again being raised by the BJP. I'm going to take that question across to the Chief Minister's legal advisor. The BJP is saying that the disparity in growth between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka is becoming very clear in the last year. This is because of corruption, the guarantees, the freebies that are being given.
Tamil Nadu is a pioneer of these kind of social measures. Karnataka's guarantees, in fact, has added to its growth. The GDP, we are number 2 in the country. We are at number 1 in the employment ratio. So our growth figures have come up. Okay. It is not right. Perhaps I have not seen the comparison, but it may not be right to compare to another state. We have to look at what has been our growth pattern over the years. What is our growth pattern once the guarantees have come in, and there is enough data and enough material to show that the guarantees have added to the economic growth of Karnataka.
Okay. So that's the statement from here, that the guarantees, if anything, have added to the economic growth of Karnataka and the country. Back to you, Mr.